Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show presents the NXT Ring Report. Yes, NXT is making some moves, and Samoa Joe continues. Samoa Joe continues to be the law and order of some NXT. We'll get to the latest on what's going on with Samoa Joe becoming the law and order of NXT. Also, we have what do we have Adam Cole in action this week. He's going to be in action against a young up and coming star that I know about, and I will elaborate on who he is and what he's been doing. And he took Adam Cole to the limit by saying something that John Cena said almost nearly 20 years ago to Kurt Angle about ruthless aggression. So we'll get to that. And two, we'll talk about who is the Diamond Man right here. As you saw right here, we had speculation for weeks. Who were the Diamond Man? We finally found out the members and an familiar face joining the Diamond Man Elite. I mean, I didn't see this coming. I thought something else was going to come around, but we'll get to it as the Pro Wrestling Show presents the NXT Ring Report, and it starts right now. Hello again, everyone. This is Kendra Dix here for the Pro Wrestling Show. Presents the NXT Ring Report. Sorry about that. Thank you all for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show, the live edition, the post show of NXT. NXT was tonight. But first thing first, join in the conversation. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribing is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. What we have a lot to get into. So let's get started with the NXT Ring Report as Adam Cole was in action. Now we know Adam Cole was in action this week. Adam Cole making no bones about it. That Adam Cole being the little pick your poison that him and Kyle O'Reilly will meet in 2 weeks' time for the Great American Bash. And that's going to be a Great American Bash, and he will have that coverage in 2 weeks. So Adam Cole looking for his poison, and someone's started to step up. His name is Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes. Now, many of you may not know who Carmelo Hayes is. He is actually Christian Casanova. He's an independent star from the Northeast Territory. Christian Casanova now calls himself Carmelo Hayes in WWE. So Carmelo Hayes stepped up and said he wants to be like how John Cena was. He wants to step up and say ruthless aggression. He stepped up to Adam Cole, and they had a fight. And what a match it was. So you here Adam Cole with a knee strike. Adam Cole looking to prove a point, going into his final encounter match with Kyle O'Reilly. He says it's going to be a last man standing match, I believe. But if I'm wrong, let me know. But Adam Cole taking Carmelo Hayes to the limit. Carmelo Hayes trying to stay in it, and he fought his way through. And what a battle. You see right here, Carmelo Hayes doing the kick. Carmelo Hayes could be a young up-and-coming star in the future. He, if you recall, stepped up against Kushida in the Cruiserweight Championship match. He lost, but he gained Kushida respect, but he could be a future Cruiserweight champion in the future. Now, if I had a corporation or company, a wrestling company, he was on top of my list. And I did look at him as that being a blue chipper in a way. That he has the 5-tool player. Like he has the 5 tools, the move set. So you see right here, drop kick. But Adam Cole, too smart for that, delivers a version of a pile driver or a Canadian destroyer and got the 1, 2, 3. So Adam Cole won the match, but Carmelo Hayes saying it's far from over. But like I said, Carmelo Hayes did lose in a losing effort. But maybe one day he could step up and challenge Adam Cole again and get his match that he wants to get. But Adam Cole looking forward to his match against Kyle O'Reilly at the Great American Bash in 2 weeks' time when he takes on him in a last man standing match. Also, too, Johnny Gargano, along with Austin Theory of the Way, came out there and talked about getting an NXT title shot and talking about how he was robbed. He wants something in terms of NXT title match. Well, Pete Dunne took issue on that. Pete Dunne came along with his flaky got his name Oni Lorcan, and on the way it was like a mini confrontation. And, Pete Dunne, Austin Theory, Johnny Garrow, and it was built in later when they was complaining. The Way was complaining that they wanted to see what Regal was gonna do about it. Regal just told them y'all gonna be in a tag team match, so it was built. Pete Dunne teams up with Only Logan to take on the Ways, Johnny Gargano, and Austin Theory. That will be later on in the show, so we'll get on that. Also, too, Io Shirai returns. Remember Io Shirai last week returned helping the aid. I forgot her name. I forgot. If you know who I'm talking about, just let me know. But she helped. She was in a tag team match with what's her name against Robert Stone's team, Aaliyah and some other girl. I forgot. But as you see right here, kick by the other girl. I forgot her name, but I know Aaliyah. But it's kind of hard when you don't remember folks' names like that. But they just don't stand out as much. You know, Aaliyah stands out, Eero stands out, but you can see right here, it was that. And then Robert Stone trying to smack talk and smart talk and stuff. But two, you see right here, got her name, but she did a crossbody and be effective. And then all of a sudden, NXT Women's Champion Raquel Gonzalez, along with her teammate Dakota Kai, came out there to confront Eero and her tag team partner, as well as former women's tag team champions Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon. And all of a sudden, a brawl ensued between the women. It was like cat fight, like Joey Styles like to say way back in the ECW. Remember that? So it was a cat fight in the mayhem. The referees had to pull them apart some more. Joe even got involved trying to get these women off of each other. These women want to tear each other apart. So Commissioner William Regal made the match that next week is going to be a triple threat match for the number one contendership for the NXT Women's Tag Team title. The winners will meet the NXT Tag Team Champions Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell at the Great American Bash. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if it would be all of them get disqualified again and be a fatal four-way match. That's what it's drawn up to be between these women, because everybody wants opportunity and everybody wants to be maximize their minutes in the TV time as well. So look for that. Speaking of tag teams, we told you that long anticipated tag team match where Pete Dunne teamed up with Only Logan to take on the Ways, John Garrow, and Austin Theory. See right here, Pete Dunne helping Only Logan with Austin Theory. And you see right here, Austin Theory trying to drop kick Pete Dunne. Is that no, that's John Garrow drop kicking Only Lorcan. And then Lorcan, you see right, Johnny Garrow and Austin Theory double teaming, doing like a double elbow drop to Only Lorcan. And you see right here, Johnny Garrow cleaning house with a running bulldog, a double running bulldog to both Only Lorcan and Pete Dunne, trying to do the masses. Next thing you know, John Garrow feeling himself, Johnny Wrestling. He calls himself, getting back in the groove in the mixture. DDT and Warren Lorcan on the mat until he had the match won. Until well, he did have the match won, but Karrion Kross, the NXT champion, came out there and ambushed John Garrow. So you got to wonder, is John Garrow the next challenger for the NXT title? You just have to wait and see on that. But you can see the smirk on his face by NXT champion Karrion Kross and Scarlett. Now, we heard reports that Karrion Kross appeared on main event this week, probably like a tryout in a way for the upper management of WWE to get to know him and get to know his skill set and his abilities. And then there was rumors and reports that they wanted to break up Scarlett and Karrion Kross. My opinion, they are a package deal. You know, they're a couple and stuff. But to me, if WWE didn't promote them the way they did when they first came to NXT last year, then fine. But they promoted them as a package deal. So, like I said, they made Impact Wrestling. Karrion was on his own singles career trying to be world champion. Scarlett was trying to be the smoke show. Tried to do a little wrestling, dabbling in it, and now WWE's interested in Scarlett dabbling in the wrestling herself. So I feel like let them be a package deal, and I hope they can fight for that because you don't want to, you're a couple or something like that. You don't want to be split between two shows, and then y'all they finna come back on the road. Come on now, come on. So hopefully they can fight, fight for their love and fight for, just for WWE. Tell hey, we one if we had to be on one show. We can't be on two different shows. So hopefully they do that. But could John Garrow be the next challenge for the NXT title coming off the Great American Bash? We only have to wait and see. Hopefully we get some more answers and more details next week on that. Speaking of the bougie one, Frankie Monet was in action against some big booty Judy. She tried to the big booty Mexican Judy tried to do a arm wrench, then tried to do a elbow drop as well on Frankie Monet. Frankie Monet trying to build her reputation as a classy but bougie wrestler. But we now know, what she's all about. She's a former Impact champion, women's champ. And she took it, she kicked the jobber in her stomach. And the jobber tried to pick her up and try to drop her down, but Frankie Monet with the wherewithal to just get the win over her using that finishing maneuver. Beth Phoenix was so famous for that chicken wing slam onto the mat and got the win. So Frankie Monet could be one day a threat and one day could be NXT Women's Champion. She focused and be more determined than ever before. Speaking of that, Hit Row. One thing I like about Hit Row, the music, the culture, they just have that ability, the swag, the confidence. Hit Row, as you see right here, AJ, he calls himself Top Dollar, but on A&E, he's AJ, who tried to search and find collectibles across the country. So he was in action against the Everrising. He picked him up after a little bit, prior before the match. It was a little brief encounter, and Hit Row felt like it was disrespected. Well, he picked him up, picked him one of the members of Everrising, and Hit Row. They ran. Top Dollar ran into the ropes and fell through the ropes. Next thing you know, right here, um, Ashanti Adonis kicked one of the members in the head and laid him out. Then Shanti with Top Dollar with the help and assist for a double team move with a neck breaker to a power bomb. Got the 1, 2, 3, and Hit Row is on a Hit Row. Look for Hit Row could probably one day be the NXT Tag Team Champions if that's possible. Hit Row on another level, and I can see that. I just hope they just don't go to the main roster and Mr. McMahon kind of tweaks it and don't understand who they are and what they all about. It's like keep Hit Row on NXT. That's what's working. Don't want them to go to WWE, the main roster. Speaking of that, the main event. Now we know last week we know last week that Kushida challenged, or well, what's his name? Pete Dunne challenged Kushida to a match last week. Pete Dunne said that he wants to meet the best and he's going to fight the best. And fighting the best, he did. And him and Kushida had a match. And what a instant classic it was. It was like a bell to bell match. Kushida with a drop kick to Kyle O'Reilly. They're building Kyle O'Reilly to be the next NXT champion. That's what it looks like. Be a fighting champion, dude. Be a ground and pound champion. You know, if you know Kyle O'Reilly way back from his Ring of Honor days, like at least a decade ago, him and Adam Cole were kind of like proteges of Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards. Now we know Kyle O'Reilly was a protege of Davey Richards, and Adam Cole was a protege of Eddie Edwards. And now they all four are still wrestling. Well, Davey Richards is coming back into the wrestling scene, but I know he would be so proud of his protege right now. I would say pure wrestling right there, pure skills. I'm surprised they're not want to return to Ring of Honor, but if I feel like if WWE didn't want them, they'll be in Ring of Honor right now. But you know, that's good. That's good. Triple H sees the talent, sees the ability, and he wants to capitalize on it. That's what pure wrestling is all about. That's why I think, you know, if I had a company like that, you want to find the purest wrestlers like Adam Cole, like a Kyle O'Reilly, like a Kushida. They all got their cut. They all made their scratch and claw and made their cut their teeth in Ring of Honor and New Japan, and they got better as wrestlers. I just hope WWE just don't mess that up when they get to the main roster, because when they get to the main roster, Mr. McMahon and others that like Bruce Pritchard and the rest of them want to understand what to do with them, and then they'll go to other places, like you know how Andrade and um, Aleister Black and all them left, and now they're going to be thriving in other companies and stuff. Well, we got out a little bit off topic, but as you see right here, Kyle O'Reilly taking Kushida to the mat, taking them to the mat. Indeed, Kushida with the ground pound, using a arm lock reversal to bend and stretch and do what he had to do. And you see right here, Adam Cole gets involved and tries to go after Kyle O'Reilly. At the Kushida, it was an instant disqualification. Adam Cole trying to get the upper advantage by attacking Kyle O'Reilly, leaving him on bully cloak. As you see right here, the security guards had to pull these two apart for their highly anticipated match in 2 weeks for at the Great American Bash, where Kyle O'Reilly will meet Adam Cole in a last man standing match. This should be the rubber match, and this should determine. This should be the main event. It should determine who's the best wrestler in NXT. And all of a sudden, next thing you know, Kushida gets attacked by the Diamond Man. Kushida gets laid out by returning Roderick Strong, who's also another Ring of Honor alum. And along with him, some two. I know the other face. I forgot his name. And then the other, I know the manager, the black manager, I forgot his name. And some newcomer, they just laid Kushida out. Laid him out. I mean, laid him out. Kushida doesn't know what's going on. And then they gave him the Cruiserweight Championship. I mean, it's the Cruiserweight title, which ain't nothing wrong with that, but I don't know. It's just that we just had to wait and see on how that's going to be. The match of the night was Carmelo Hayes and Adam Cole. And Kushida and Kyle O'Reilly was a good match too. It stood out. It was prepping O'Reilly and Cole for their impending matches that they're going to have in 2 weeks at the Great American Bash. So it's going to be a spot fest, a kick fest between these two superstars that can't stand each other. They ought to be loser leaves NXT, but no one doesn't want to leave NXT because they know they go to WWE. I mean, career. Adam Cole is ready, but I don't think Adam Cole doesn't want to go yet. And I think if he goes, he's gonna be lost in the shuffle. So let's hope with Adam Cole how all this is gonna play out for him. All right. Thank you all for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show presents the NXT Ring Report. Now we're gonna do the Raw Ring Report tomorrow. Hopefully, if I have enough time, I'm gonna do the Raw Ring Report. Just to, with Raw, because we missed out on Raw, but there was a lot going on with Raw. We'll get to that on Raw News. And then too, we'll have the SmackDown Ring Report on SmackDown, predict the SmackDown Ring Report on Saturday. And probably that same Saturday, we'll have on Friday after SmackDown, immediately after SmackDown, hopefully. And on Saturday, AEW Dynamite. It won't come on tomorrow night because it's being preempted by the NBA playoffs. So we'll have a SmackDown on Friday, AEW on Saturday, and we'll have hot topics in between those two shows to give you the latest on what's going on in the world of professional wrestling, WWE, AEW, and more. Thank you all for watching this edition of Pro Wrestling Show presents the NXT Ring Report. So, for me being Kendrick saying so long, and we'll see you this Friday for SmackDown. See you later.